Hey everybody, Grand Rising, wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's see, what's this? I don't know what this is. What's in the way? Okay. I'm gonna check the audio, make sure you guys can hear me. Um, okay. I'm gonna check the audio, make sure you guys can hear me. All right, good. So everyone can hear me. So these are my slides from way back in the day. It's taking some time to load up. Those who know me will know that I used to be called the Water Dragon, Sacred Cross, Divine Occultist, you name it. That's what it was for me. I had so many different names. Um, so this is, I don't know why it's like stalling. It's not playing like it's supposed to. You guys are like, I would say this is sort of behind the scene moments, or rather going into, I don't know if it would be considered, I used to do spiritual book study in the main two books till this very moment that is relevant to understanding ourselves as consciousness, not just the physical form. Literally. My daughter used to always say as a little girl, she's so smart. She used to say, literally, mom, you don't even know. She was like only 4. And I have another one. She's only 5. Now the 4-year-old, she's a 16-year-old. She's very smart. She really did prove me right. Children, when they speak like adults, when they are children, they literally can't help it. They usually tend to be smart as they get older. Well, that's my experience, right? Anyway, so this used to be what I used to do. People who know me, as you can see right here in the bottom, the water dragon, priestess, the sacred cross, priestess occultist, which I still am, the water dragon, which I still am. So, and I had a whole syllabus. This was the syllabus. I finished the art and practice of astral projection by Ophiel. No, I finished the mind magic. That one I finished. It was 7 weeks. I divided each chapter by 7 weeks. Yeah, I went in deep. I was reading 2 books at a time. 2 books. The art and go through this. No, I finished the mind magic. So I want to say which books I like the most. I would say I like the astral projection, the art of practice of astral projection, because he teaches you what the biggest secret to astral projection is: not projecting the body, is projecting the consciousness, projecting your awareness. Know how to throw your consciousness outside of your existence. And that's through consistent meditation, consistently closing your eyes with the intentions of doing so. And I would always use one with certain level of heavy mysticism like that. You have to be meditated. You have to be grounded in your meditation. People like me that are very, I would say, we're just clear channels. We experience heavy esoteric moments in our lives, more, I would say, more than the average person, only because we're more aware. We're more aware. We do meditate. And sometimes sometimes I do hold back on some level of meditation, because I realize the more meditated I am, the more keen and aware I am of awareness. Um, but it's not something I don't do. Like today, I woke up this morning. It's 7 o'clock over here. It's probably 4 over in the West Coast, 6 in Central Time. Whatever. It's early everywhere here in the United States, so y'all know I woke up early. Okay, so these were the chapters I went through. This is old stuff I went through. If you go under this link, for those who are going to watch this later, first of all, you'll see my Patreon link. So go ahead, check out the Patreon. The link is below. And then you'll see the audio. So I made slides and I did audiobooks, an audio of Mind Magic by Kevin Fulton. I don't think I ever did an audio for, excuse me, I don't think I ever did an audio for the art and projection of astral projection because I would have. I'm down like that. I am a hardcore, like it is for me. I'm a geek, yo. I'm into the esoteric, like nobody's business. That's how I know this is a calling, period. Okay. And even then, what was I getting into? The discipline of meditation. Any time of spiritual work with results, we need to meditate. To experience presence and awareness, must keep a routine meditation. Set time during your day in order to know we exist beyond the physical form. You must know yourself as consciousness through meditation. Meditation is one of the powerful tools to mind magic. Okay. Meditation is cultivating the inner world and in order to manipulate the physical. Let me take this out. In order to manipulate and manifest in the physical realm. So meditate we will. These were the learning objectives. Like I said, I'm just going through this real quickly. I'm not 100% sure how I've set these up, but this is what I went through. Learn what is ascension and how to ascend, to know and understand we exist beyond the physical form. Learn who we really are and knowing how to create from that point of existence, knowing how to create the life we want, the law of attraction as the pure consciousness we are. Learn how to meditate and different techniques. Learn about mantras and different types of mantras or powers of sound. Learn how to be in the present moment. Learn to create within intention and attention. And as the cause was back then, what I would say, what was I saying? What I say now. Ascension is the goal of this lifetime for those who are spiritually awakened. So we need to come to the understanding and knowing we don't exist, yet we are real. Yes, we are real, yet physical form is an illusion. Everyone, is this an illusion? We're not real. We're not real. Yes. So there's those of us like me that understand this, And yet it's a process. So I'm like letting those who don't know this at least understand this. Objective, learning how to meditate in different techniques, learn about japa meditation, enter silence, and the importance of learning to create within intention and attention. Learn to create within intention and attention. So this is what I would. This isn't necessarily a lesson. Um, shielding, shielding for me. Let me go back if it's so. Might have went too far. I'm confused here. Yeah, I could say I don't have no set goal for now. Okay. Shielding, spiritual protection against all negative energies and staying in high vibration, big time in shielding. Bodies, different bodies. Everyone here should understand we are more than the physical body. Physical bodies, learn the different layers of body and how they work in astral projection. Meditation is the very fundamentals of spirituality, growing and cultivating the inner world. You cultivate and grow the inner world the more you close your eyes. The more you go in, you get to know the inner world. Okay, I have a lot of these objectives. They change because these were, this is review of, I'm considering doing this. This is, let me see. Let me see. This was another thing I would say. The only thing that exists is our awareness, our consciousness, expanding our perception of consciousness in ascension, knowing we don't exist only physically. We don't exist only physically, makes it so we can manipulate our physical reality like clay. So physicality, we have solidified our existence to the point that when we pass away, like I said in cemetery, we have manifested ourselves aged and in the cemetery. And because we believe that we're dead, we'll live a whole lifetime and go back to the cemetery. Live a whole lifetime, go back to the cemetery, because that's where we're kept, because we believe we are technically dead. You can never fall victim to your life circumstances. Remember that you chose to reincarnate. You chose the gender, the race, the parents. So you don't do this consciously as the ego because you don't meditate. You're not aware of your existence in this reality. You believe in death. You do not believe in immortality. So you age and die. You manifest yourself age and dead in the cemetery. Don't meditate. You're not aware of your existence. Okay, so these are the different bodies that I go through here. Oh, let me go back. Okay. You have your physical body, etherical body, astral body, high astral body, low astral body, mental body, casual body. So that in itself means you exist multidimensionally. That's what that means. Physical body, that's one realm. Etherical body, that's another realm. Astral body, that's another realm. Higher astral, that's another realm. Lower astral, that's another realm. Mental astral, that's another realm. Casual body, that's another realm. And within these realms, there's sub realms. Okay. There's layers, onions to who we are. We have to meditate so we can become conscious of who it is that we are. Again, physical, etherical, astral, higher astral, lower astral, mental body, and casual. So I guess right here I was going into the different bodies. Um, I'm not going to go through that today. Let me, okay, so we're not going to go through this. There's the one I want you to, this is the one I like the most. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. What is the soul? It should be relatively plain to you by now that a person consists of more than one body, and also that they exist more than one plane. Because like I said, each body is a plane, is a realm, is its own consciousness. Each layer of body is its own consciousness. You are a person possesses a number of bodies through and in which you function. You have functioned all your physical life. Each of these bodies have a plane corresponding to it and through which is it draws certain things that make up your life on the physical plane. So each one of the bodies plane realms exists in correspondence to this realm. So if you know something is happening here, there's something going on in those other realms that you need to go check into. You could be your own doctor and check into it yourself the more you meditate, because you have to be self-sufficient. You are your own realm. It's your own realm, not mine. We could bump into each other on our realm, like to see how the sun and the moon could bump into each other, but the sun is its own entity and so is the moon. But every so often would you have, what do you call it, when the sun and the moon come together? Eclipses, right? Every so often. But I have my own realm, you have your own realm, and in those realms we have different bodies of realms. It's infinite. So the end result of what's happening here is clearly there's a disruption somewhere in the astral body, in the plane, in any of these planes. Okay, so therefore you are no stranger to these bodies and to these planes. It is said that in and during sleep you have always left the physical body and done many things and went many places. This is an old occult doctrine. And the second system that it gives to you in this book, this sleep projection will be made much clearer to you. So if you don't fully understand the above, wait until you study the second system. So I love this gentleman. He gets into it. He explains, oh, you project your body, your consciousness. You project your consciousness, not the body. He says this. So I haven't situated all the slides in relevance to what I'm talking about. So I'm just kind of going over the book that I like a lot in terms of astral projection. If the above is true, why don't you remember your night projections? The reason why you don't remember in that the bulks or your consciousness is in the physical body. Okay, so the reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. So you got to be aware, oh shit, let me go. I mean, that aspect of you always leaves, but that's not enough. Okay, I had a full-blown dream one time. It was like being here physically. That's how physical, that's how aware, rather, how aware I was of that dream time. That's how aware some people dream. Huh. They start to realize, well, then I don't exist. That's usually what I always say come down to. Or at least I don't just exist here, I exist everywhere. Some of these occultists that are telling you these stories, they're not telling you some of them is in their dream time. And that's how vivid their dreams are. They meet with Pelias, they meet with all these different realms. That's their dream. Or they could walk in dream time here. That's how you want to walk. You don't want to be the walking dead here, where your consciousness is here and you literally don't exist, know that you exist anywhere. That's why they don't like people like me. Because there's advantages to those that understand what it means to keep you, to make you believe, it's a whole wicked game. People like me, we know we don't exist. We're still just trying to figure it all the same. But we also live with those who don't know all the same. I am mystical. I'm not a human being necessarily, for sure. Yesterday, reminded that, oh yeah, I forgot I'm not really a human being. So I have to pretend. Oh my God, anyone who knows me, man, I had to literally pretend to be a fucking human yesterday. Can't explain it. I'm not gonna get into it. And now you have the secret of astral projection in a nutshell. You do not project an ethereal body or an astral body. You do not project anything. All you do is transfer consciousness to another body other than the physical. So the physical body, in the physical body, there is a realm. You're clearly aware there's a realm. We're in a realm. We're in what we're calling the physical realm, the very dense realm. But once you stay lucid in this realm, you meditate, you hydrate, you sun gaze, and fast. I always call for a fast. Keeps you slim, healthier, especially if you're that dense. Okay, and if you only believe yourself to be one person in existence, yes. Once again, I'm gonna read this slide. This is really a powerful slide. I have to go. I don't really like making these so long, but it's only 21 minutes so far. If the above is true, why don't you remember your nightly projections? The reason why you don't remember is that the bulk of your consciousness is in the physical body and remains there most all your life unless you consciously transfer it elsewhere. And now you have the secret of astral projection in a nutshell. You do not project an etherical body or an astral body. You do not project anything. All you do is to transfer consciousness to another body other than your physical form. So consciousness is key. You have to understand you're not just the physical form. You're not projecting the astral form. You're not projecting the etherical form. And what did I say each one of those things were? Let me go back. You know, let's see, this all goes into the planes and stuff. Yeah, I got deep. Yeah, I used to I used to go deep. I used to go deep. So the physical form is where we at right now. This is where we're at. We all think we have to eat, piss, and shit, and go to work. That's where we're. That's what consciousness is at. Okay. If you're telling me that, oh, I'm not a god, I'm not ascended master, all this stuff, I'm not this, okay, that's where you're at. You're at the physical body. You believe that this is the only plane. Remember, I told you that the physical plane, there's a physical plane, etherical plane, astral plane, higher astral plane, lower astral plane, mental astral plane, casual plane. So your consciousness has to be able, your consciousness, because that consciousness does not come from the physical body. Consciousness does not come from the physical world. And yet you're still saying there's a heaven. How are you saying there's a heaven if you only believe in the physical body? That's why you guys manifest yourself age and go into the cemetery because you think, oh, I only have a physical body. I'm going to age and go into the cemetery. No, I'm not a physical body. Only, first of all, I'm an etherical, an astral, a higher astral, lower astral, mental, and casual. And these are different planes of existence, realms of existence. And your consciousness needs to be able to go through the physical body, the etherical, the astral, the higher astral, lower astral, mental astral. And what I found it, there's different layers to the physical body. That's when you get into the different chakras, different layers to the etherical body, different layers of the astral body, different layers of the higher astral, the lower astral, mental, casual, because these are planes. It's like different avenues, different roads. Like you go into a city, and in that city there's different roads, different to it's forever really. The physical body is forever. We have not delved into the possibilities of the physical body. We have not delved into the etherical body, astral body. We do not know what it means to be what we're today calling a human being. We do not realize our potential in existence. In my old slides, I think slide 5, just go through the podcast. Go through it. Okay, it's named You Are God, You Are Immortal. You are God, you are immortal. You are God, you are immortal because God has created itself in everybody, aka the consciousness that comes down, descends to ascend. But there are those of us, once again, that are all the same ascended masters. We've done this before, time and time and time and time and time and time again, before a physical body, before creation. So imagine how ancient I am. How ancient I am. Let's talk about old soul. I ain't an old soul. I'm a like bitch, what you doing down here? If people, to you to really understand what this is, my baby, my kids came back down like, oh, these are my children. This is what I felt. I swear to God. Oh. Meaning some of us don't come this down, this low in the dream. This is a dream time. Some of us do not come this low to dream with you guys. Like, why? To what? To do what though? Because if it ain't for teaching or some real shit, it's not for what? I'm gonna come in this bitch legit. Yes, if I'm here just to for shits and giggles, I'm rich. I don't give a fuck. What that look like? I come in here. Ask- Those who know, ask them. They'll tell you what she usually does. The crown coming in an empire, but that's not the storyline. That's not the storyline. Come in humble. I mean, I come in humble for a damn reason. Let me see this. Okay, so this one's important too. And then I'm gonna go because I have a lot to do. Um, okay, this part is from mind magic. You are not your mind and you are not your body. These are actual tools available to your authentic inner self, consciousness, or pure being. These different words all indicate the same thing, and that thing is experienced as pure presence. So, being present, being conscious, being aware all mean the same shit. All mean the same shit. You have to be aware not to age. You got to start checking on yourself. If you're this physical, like I am, real dense, and I believe I still got to go to work, and I still, the aging part, I don't believe in. I really don't. That part, I don't know. I'm literally like, well, I know I don't got to die. So why the fuck is this happening? That's what's going to be for me. Hydrate, meditate, sun gaze, and fast. That's what it be for me. High cultist. Made to last. Human existence. Humanity. Know yourself greater than your physical body. Go back. Rewind this. Look at the many layers of bodies. You are not your mind and you are not your body. These are actual tools available to the authentic inner self. Okay, so you're not the body, you're not the mind, you're none of the shit. They're just the tools to the authentic self, the real self, the consciousness, the pure being, you. Different words all indicate the same thing, and that thing is experienced as pure presence. Inner self, authentic self, consciousness, awareness, presence, all that is you. You are God. You are immortal. You need to know that. You need to wake up. You and I. You and I. You and I. This was by Kevin Fulton. You are pure consciousness and awareness. We exist multidimensionally, simultaneous, and infinitely. Be like, can I get an amen? Amen. Shielding is very important when it comes to doing spiritual work. Sometimes I'd be like, but yes, because people's different worlds collide together in this spatial existence, especially if you're a high occultist, you exist big. So something might just fucking hit you. And may or may not be my mistake. We gotta double check. You gotta double check. But something could hit you, but you exist in everyone as well. Huh? But you still are your own universe. So I do say shielding is very important when it comes to doing spiritual work or anything. The biggest shielding you could do is meditate. I repeat, the biggest shielding, if you're watching my material, you're in alignment on this level, God level. The biggest shielding you can do is meditate. Meditation is shielding. There is negative energies and thought forms that can connect to your aura, your home, even the food you eat can carry negative energy. Everything in it is energy, and because of this, being very conscious at all times throughout the day and night. So technically, you should pray, sage your room every single day. Meditate, pray, sage your room. Meditate, pray, sage the room. Meditate, pray, sage the room. Meditate, pray, sage your hydrate, meditate, sun gaze, and fast. You kind of always got to do certain maintenance, like you would brush your teeth, wash your face, clean your house. So spiritually, because negative energies, negative thought forms will affect your aura. That's why you have to have a clean space. If you have a dirty space, plus let's say there's a lot of fighting, a dirty space, a lot of fighting, negative, and oh my God, no, 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 no. That's the only reason I don't be in the hood, really. That's the only reason I can't handle certain poverty, because it's too negative, too low. Now, being in nature, that's not poverty. There's negativity there too, but in nature, nature holds a higher vibration by default. That's its set chambers. That's how it is. That's how it functions. It's like fire. Fire is hot. That's what it does. It's just heat. Water is wet. What does it does? It's just wet. Nature is fucking high vibration as long as it's kept clean. Because it just reminded me, it showed me some parts. Well, y'all fuck up the nature too. So you gotta go like out in the wilderness where there's no other stupid people around. That's all that is. People aren't aware of themselves or the environment, or else they would be clean if they understood what it means to really be clean, physically, mentally, spiritually, and what you eat. You hold a higher vibration. Slimmer people, it's complicated because I just say, once again, they're going to throw me a lot of stuff. But for the most part, slimmer, spiritual, aware, awakened people, I would say. Slimmer, spiritually aware, awakened people can hold a higher frequency. I'm not going to ask to challenge me on that because there's bigger, unhealthy spiritual people. Well, I wouldn't say unhealthy because if you're unhealthy, you have energy blocks in your body. So if you're slimmer, healthier, spiritual conscious person, you hold a much higher vibration. But if you know how to alchemize things and you're really spiritual for real, none of that really matters. Okay. I'm gonna go. We're already at the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna just close off with the water dragon that I used to always close off with. Remember, ascension is the goal of this lifetime for those who are spiritually awakened. So we need to come to the understanding, overstanding, and knowing we don't exist, yet we are real. Okay, we don't exist, yet we are real. Okay, the physical form is an illusion. The physical form is an illusion. Stop right here, then I guess. This will be it. This feels right. Spiritual book study. So I may consider going over, because I don't even know if I still have these books. I have to look through them and all that stuff. But I have a lot of material and content. Reading it over makes complete sense now. I get it. I get it. Anyway, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Much love to you guys. All. I still use me, my daughter. All. Anyway, guys. I love you guys. Much love to you all, for real. It's not easy, what we call life. So empathize with us who are here today, who are watch this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. Much love to you all, like I just said.